Your girl got her macros. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Those high days looking a little high for someone who looks the way that I look at 16 weeks out. However, again, I told y'all, we're just gonna do what we're supposed to do. We're just gonna do what we're supposed to do. The reality is that, first off, I have a high, a mid, and a low. My low days are for my rest days, my mid days are for my cardio only days, and my high days are for the days that I do all of the things, multiple parts of this bodybuilding process. Routine, cardio, lifting, whatever. The reality is, even though I'm like, oh, it's so high, my high days, I'm still in a deficit. My high days are still barely cracking 2,000 calories, which, I mean, I don't know what y'all's like activity level or like how many calories you normally burn, but like my like normal calorie burn in any given day is over 2,000 calories. So, you know, we add activity on top of that and only eat 2,000 calories. I'm still going to be dropping weight, so it's really not that big of a deal. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the car. I just obviously, just like every other person in the world, want instant gratification and want to see the results happen faster than, you know, just faster. You just want to always see more results faster. And so I'm just going to trust the process. And it is what it is. All right, grocery haul. We got kale. I usually like to saute that with onions and garlic. This is green leaf lettuce just so I can chop up a salad. I got one little salmon fillet that was actually just for one meal for that day. I also like to eat tuna just because it's easy to grab and go. This is guacamole. That's for Ruben. Next thing I have is just some sprouts. I think those are more nutrient dense just to add to my salad. I also have jalapenos. I like to air fry those. Then we have egg whites. That's also for Ruben, but I'll probably have some. Then we have frozen blueberries. That's also for Ruben. And then sweet potatoes, also for Ruben. Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So, as you all know, I've been planning to do Vancouver Pro. And so I would love to know like how y'all set up your seasons. So for me, I basically have the list of shows that I want to do, and then I pitch it to Ruben and he says yay or nay. Okay, that one's too soon. That one, whatever reasons he has, I don't think you're going to be ready. I don't think it doesn't matter. He tells me yes or no on these shows, but I usually am the one that's like, these are the shows that I want to do. Now, for him, it's not really like that. He pitches shows to his coach every year, and I've never seen him do the schedule that he that he sends to his coach. He's like, I want to do Memphis. No. I want to do the Arnold. No. I want to do this. No. So the way that it works for my husband is he sends check-ins, during his off season. And then his coach gives him a goal. I need you to get bigger. I need you to work on your chest. I need you to work on your shoulders. I need you to work, whatever. His coach gives him a goal. So he's usually just like kind of eating intuitively, like just like, you know, he's a coach, he's a trainer. He knows how he needs to be eating, and just working out and sending occasional check-ins to his coach. Well, then, you know, in his check-ins, his coach will say, okay, we're almost there. Like, we're getting there. Like, keep hitting the chest a little bit more, blah, 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 whatever. Then, as time goes on, his coach is like, all right, let's get some blood work done. Okay, you look good. Blood work looks good. I think we can start prep now. With no show in mind. They just start prep when his body is at a place where he says, you can start prep now. Then he starts prep, and when he starts getting leaner, his coach says, okay, I think we're 8 weeks out. Let's put our eye on this show. And that's how they determine shows. Honestly, I think it's the way that it should be. Like, in an ideal world, I think that's the way that it should be. You don't start prep until you are in a place where you know you have made the improvements and you're healthy. And then you don't pick a show until you know you will be ready for that show. Right? So that's how my husband's season works. Why I'm saying that is because Ruben rarely gets to pick his shows. He can kind of pitch shows to his coach, and his coach will be like, okay, we can try to make that happen. But sometimes his coach just flat out says, no, you're not doing that. You're not going to be ready for that. You're not going to be where I need you to be. So, like, short background, not that it truly matters, but my husband's coach is Cuts. So Cuts is Aaron Banks, the last year's Olympia champion, 2-time Arnold champion. Like, Cuts is a very, very, very high level coach in men's physique. He is not just putting people on stage just to get on stage, just for some stage shots. He's only putting winners on stage. Like that, he's Corey Morris, who just won Arnold UK. Like, out of, now that I'm thinking about this, I think either at the Arnold US or the Arnold UK or both, 3 out of the top 5 were Cuts athletes. Okay. So when Ruben says, I want to do this show, and Cuts says, absolutely not, that's what it is. That's what you're getting on show. You're getting on stage when Cuts says you're getting on stage, because Cuts is only putting you on stage if he believes you can win. So all that to say, I've been planning to do van. Great. And then a couple days ago, Ruben's like, oh, I want to do van too. I want to do van too. And I kind of just took it with a grain of salt, just because that's just not how it works. See, Ruben doesn't just tell Cuts a show he wants to do, and Cuts is like, all right, let's start prep. However, I think because van is so far out. Now, for Ruben, 16 weeks is a long time. His preps are usually like 10 to 12 weeks. So for Ruben, this is a very far, like, advanced notice. So anyway, he told Cuts he wanted to do van, and I guess he looks right. So Cuts gave him the green light, and I am just so excited because we did Legion together, which was great. We both got 4th. That was a lot of fun. And we've done the Olympia together once. And honestly, people ask, like, do you like prepping together, or do you like prepping, like, opposite of each other? Honestly, I think I like, and we did our amateur, like, the year we both turned pro, we did that prep together. Prepping opposite of each other is, I'd say, easier on our, like, just like emotions because there's always someone who's sane, and there's always someone who's more flexible, right? Like, okay, I have to go do cardio. Okay, I don't need to go to the gym tonight, or like I can go later, or whatever. It's not a big deal. We're a lot more flexible with each other when only one of us is in prep. When we're both in prep, there is no flexibility. I have to do cardio. Well, so do I. Okay, well, one of us, like, we can't leave Reagan here by herself. So, okay, so I'll get on cardio in the garage and you go to the gym, or I'll do the Peloton. So there's just a lot less flexibility when we're both in prep, and like, patience is unbearably thin when we're both in prep, especially when we're like under that 8 weeks out mark. However, it is just so much better, like, when both of us are eating similar foods. We obviously don't have like the same meal plan, but we eat similar foods. So we don't have to worry about like, oh, I wanted pizza, but I'm afraid to eat it in front of my husband, so I'm gonna sit in my car and eat it. Like, my husband will literally go to Five Guys in secret while I'm in prep, because he's like, I don't want to bring a burger home like while you're on a diet. It's just so much easier and just like more motivating when we're both in prep. So I'm super excited that not only are we both going into prep, that we're both doing the same show. Even though it's like a little bit of stress doing the same show, only because his coach wants to see him. His coach is like, I need you to come pose for me. I need you to do this. I need to see that. I need you to send check-ins. I need you to do that. But I need something from him. I'm like, okay, I know that Cuts needs you to come pose, but can you look at me? What do I look like? Do I need to go get a pump? Are you going to come with me to work out? Or are you going to, like, so on show day, like those last 24 hours before the show, I'd say it's a little hectic, but it's not it's not bad at all. Like, Legion was fine. Legion was fine. I did prejudging. I like sprinted back to our Airbnb and got food, and then came back, and then he had prejudging. Like, the schedule's a little tight, but again, I just think it's better for me. At least I enjoy it more when we're both prepping together, and when we're both doing the same show. It's just like, I think it's fun, and it's fun to bond in that way. So anyway, 7.5 minutes in, I just wanted to share that because, again, I already told you guys, like, I came into this prep with a lot better attitude, and now I just feel like things are aligning in a way that's like just showing me like, yeah, like, let's go. This is going to be a really great prep and a really great show. And I just want to clarify, even though I think I have made this clear enough, but just to clarify, yes, I want to win, and the hope is that I win, right? But even if I don't win, I still feel like I will be able to call this a successful prep, assuming it goes the way that I want it to go, right? Like, it's the same thing with Chattanooga. I got 3rd place at Chattanooga, and I was crying happy tears for weeks. Like, I didn't win, but I called that like a wildly successful show. So anyway, so that's what I mean when I'm like, I think it's going to go the way I want it to go. I think it's going to go the way I want it to go. I mean, I think I'm going to get on stage feeling really happy with the package that I put on stage, and really happy with the routine that I put on stage. Ultimately, after that, you can't really control if you win or if you don't. Do I believe that at my absolute best I can win van? Yes. But ultimately, the goal is just show up and be my absolute best. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me tell you, I just came to McDonald's because I wanted a Diet Coke. Got myself a large diet. Of course, I also got Reagan a Happy Meal. Well, and I also ordered my little brother a McDouble. Yes, you can have your french fries in 10 seconds, Reagan. So, go to McDonald's. Hi, can I have a cheeseburger Happy Meal, McDouble, and 2 large fries, or two large Diet Cokes. Okay, great, whatever. I paid for my food. I'm like, that was kind of expensive, but like, I just didn't really pay attention. Whatever, that was kind of expensive. Then they're like, oh, your food's not ready. Can you pull up to the thing? So I pull up. The lady comes up and she has the Happy Meal and she has a big bag. And I'm like, what? And she's like, the fries are fresh, so just be careful. They're kind of hot. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, oh, I'm missing my drinks. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'll go get those. And while she's going to get the drinks, I look in the bag and I'm like, what is this big bag for? And there's 2 large fries. And I'm like, wait, I don't think this is my order. Look at the receipt. Sure enough, they put 2 large fries, even though I asked for 2 large diets, which 2 large fries is $10. It's $10. So she goes, gets my drink, she refunds my money, whatever, that's fine. But now I'm like, I got these large fries, hot and fresh, specifically hot and fresh. She said, the fries are hot. Be careful. I'm like, oh, I got fresh, free McDonald's fries. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. First off, nothing in this world.
Tell me what you're eating.
You hear Reagan? What are you eating? Just tell me what you're eating. Reagan, I'm eating Diet Coke. Nothing in this world is better.
Eating Diet Coke. You need to drink Diet.
Oh, I'm drinking Diet Coke. Nothing in this world is better than a McDonald's. The McDonald's fountain beverage with the extra wide straw. Like, it's not extra wide. It's like, it's larger than normal though. But listen, you guys, if you think that I didn't have a single fry, you are absolutely wrong. There is no way that I was going to have 2 large fries, fresh, in the seat next to me, and I wasn't going to have at least 1. I had exactly 6 of them. I'm going to take them inside the house and give them to somebody else. But I could not stay strong. I couldn't do it. But, you know, I'm on a macro plan now, so I guess I'm allowed to eat French fries. It's so weird. I'm not going to be eating French fries during my prep. Let's go. She's back in the studio, everybody. I am about to set up my tripod, first of all. I am about to hit a routine practice. Now, I know I said in my last video, I was like, I figured out all my sequences, so now I can run routine practices. That's not fully true. I still have to make sure the timing works for everything because some of my sequences are different like lengths of time. So I'm going to have to figure out like the exact choreography on some of these. Okay, get into it, tripod. So that's what I'm about to do right now. Like actually time out, run through the entire thing to make sure that everything's done. I am so excited. I watched no, I already knew this like as a spectator, I knew this was important, but I also just like knew it because I've talked to, you know, Whitney and Jacqueline Baker about it. But like I was watching an interview with Jacqueline Baker the other day on Olympia TV. So she just won the Arnold UK. And, you know, so she comes from a dance background. So dancers have a very, I think, unique, not ability, just because it's like, I think it's just something that's built into dancers, but you can tell when you're watching the fitness competitors who has a dance background, who has a gymnastics background, who has a cheerleading background. And what I personally appreciate about the dance background competitors, specifically, you know, people like Jacqueline Baker. Now, there's a lot that don't compete anymore that I used to always follow, but the continuity of their routines is just off the charts. Like, if you watch Jacqueline Baker's routine, she doesn't walk anywhere. Like, there's no walking in her routine. Every single skill, dance move, every single thing connects. And not only do the skills like connect as far as choreography goes, like, I don't know how to explain this. So like for me, for instance, my skills connect, like as far as choreography goes, there's not really any point in my routine that I'm like, okay, I have to get over here to this next skill. Except for one part where I like do this thing, I like walk up to the front of the stage while I'm doing that. But like after I tumble, for instance, I land my tumbling, I freeze, I hit choreography, and then I go to something else. Like for her, even landing her tumbling, like she literally rolls out of her tumbling into the next skill and like lands something and bounces into the next skill. Like her continuity is off the charts. And that's just something I think makes a huge difference in how your routine comes off. Because listen, as I love Jody, but that is what separated Jody from the top 2 at Arnold UK or at Arnold Classic. And I think that's what separated Jody. I mean, Jody was in the top 2 in physique at the Olympia and then didn't even make the top 6. And I think it's because of the continuity of her routine. There was a lot of walking and just like, okay, I have to get over here to do the next thing. And the individual skills were off the charts, but there was a lot of just like, all right, okay, now I'm going to do this really cool thing. Okay, now I'm going to do this really cool thing. And so anyway, so all that to say is right now, I just want to make sure that the flow, that like you're watching my routine and you're never like wondering what's going to happen next. And another thing, this is the last thing, and then I got to work because I'm running out of time. Not running out of time, but I have a time constraint. Is, and I've worked on this with Jacqueline, is just because I'm a cheerleader, this is just how it is. Cheerleaders and gymnasts both do this. We like set before we do anything. Dancers don't do that. Like dancers will be like, oh, aerial. Whereas like the cheerleaders and the gymnasts are like, okay. And like, I am trying to rid my routine of a lot of those like freezing points where you can tell, oh, she's about to tumble. Oh, she's about to do this. Oh, she's about to do that. Because I think that's another reason Jacqueline's routine is so impressive, is because you're just like, her skills seemingly come out of nowhere because she doesn't stop to set or prep. Like, right? Like the gymnast, like you see Abby before she tumbles, she's like, does this. Like same thing again with me. I like shrug my shoulders. Like, so I'm trying to lose some of those things. And I worked with Jacqueline during my Olympia prep. And she kind of helped me with it, but it's, you know, I spent 20 years in cheerleading, 25 years in cheerleading. So it's hard to rid myself of those things, but I'm going to try because, you know, we got to get better this year. So anyway, I got like an hour, so let's get it done. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so unbelievably out of shape. Okay, so I press play on music. And I start putting my shoes on. And once my shoes were on, wherever the music was, I just like picked up from there. Like, let's just, I don't know why I did this. I was like, oh, let's just see how this particular part times out. And so I just like started running it from wherever it was. And it was like 2 sections. And when I tell you that, I'm not kidding you guys. I am more tired from that like 17 seconds of skills than I have been like at the end of a routine. Something is not right. Something is not right. Okay, so after my first random cold run, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so out of shape. This is terrible, whatever. I actually feel really good. And I'm not nearly as tired like after I got warm and actually, oh, it's all over my sports bra. After I got warm and was more strategic with the skills that I was doing. But choreography, there's still one little part that I'm like, it's like a small enough dead spot that I kind of want to leave it because I'm like, I don't know, Andrea, like when look at these shoulders. The shoulders are a problem right now. When you're tired, you might need that buffer of time. Like if one of your skills struggles or something like that. But it's like, if I nail it and everything's like on time, then that buffer of time is going to be dead space. So there's like a couple things like that I need to work out. Like I always have like an A and B for some of those dead spots. Like there's one part of my routine that the last time, like just now, the last time that I ran it, I like had some choreography where I like did this, whatever. It literally was like, boop, boop, do the next skill. But this time that I just did it, the skill ahead of that was just a little slower. So I didn't do the choreography, I just went to the skill. And that's like, I always have like, okay, if there's dead space, this is what you do. If there's not dead space, this is what you do. So that's all I have to figure out is like, okay, if you do have that dead space, here's the choreography you're gonna do. If you don't have that dead space, you just run those skills right next to each other. So I just have to figure out what that choreography is. But it feels good. There's a lot of it that I'm not changing at all. It's literally just like 2 skill sections that I had to adjust. But it feels like it's gonna be good. Of course, I have to get in better shape so that I can actually do it. But let me tell you, my handstand pirouette, I hit it like 80% of the time today, which is really good for me because that's a skill that I'm like, I don't know if I can do. Anyway, there's people coming into the gym, so gotta go. There you go, say hi. Hi. We're going on a walk. The whole family. Ruben's getting flexed right now. And I have Reagan. We're getting in the car. We're gonna go get some steps in. which is nice because we always say we want to go on walks, and I mean I do sometimes with Reagan, but not enough.
You need to get down. You want to get
Crazy. Why am I carrying this child? She didn't want to walk. It's a little rocky, so I don't know if it's safer for me to be carrying her and making her walk.
Okay.
Okay. Careful, baby. Happy Monday, everybody. I just trained. I don't normally train on Mondays, but one of my trainers needed a switch. So I just trained the two, and then I'm off for the rest of the day, off from work. But today is my everything day. Burn cardio, treadmill cardio, and lifting. So I am just waiting for boot camp to start. It starts in about 35 minutes. So I'm grabbing a coffee. I'm going to do boot camp, which will be like HIIT cardio. Then I will go home and eat, grab Reagan. Then we'll go to the gym, to Powerhouse, and lift. Of course, it's back day again, as usual. Back and shoulders. And treadmill cardio. So because I'm doing all that, it's a high day. Still undecided on how I feel about having high days, but you know, it is what it is. Good morning, everybody. I just left the grocery store, had to re-up on, you know, the usuals. Ground turkey for Ruben, sweet potatoes for Ruben, snap peas for myself, and just other stuff. I don't know, strawberries. I don't know what else I got. Pink salt. So I did HIIT cardio this morning at Burn Boot Camp. It was so good. I honestly think that's like the hardest I've worked in Burn Boot Camp for a really long time. And to be honest, that was the first time I did the full workout. So people who are from Burn Boot Camp know what I'm talking about when I say I did the warm-up, the workout, and the finisher. Normally I don't do the warm-up. I'm either late or I'm like just walking around the gym, foam rolling, doing something other than the warm-up. Which doesn't sound like, if you're not at Burn Boot Camp, that doesn't sound like a big deal. But the people that come to Burn Boot Camp know that the warm-up, like, you get tired during the warm-up. Like, it's definitely part of the workout. And sometimes I have to leave early, so I never do like the full 45. Today I fully participated. I had nowhere to be, so I was like, you know what, let's go. And it was a great workout. It was so hard. And then, like I said, I went to the grocery store. Now I'm going to go home, eat my first meal. I am going to do, like, I think during this prep, I am going to do a little bit of faux intermittent fasting. I'm not, like, making a hard, I have to eat between these hours and these hours. But I am trying to make sure that my first meal is not at 7 o'clock in the morning. Especially with so few calories. Like, I mean, right now I'm not on super low calories, but just, like, as the calories start getting down, if I'm eating starting at 7 a.m., and I don't finish eating until I have 5-ish meals to spread over that amount of time, it's like I'm just like, I don't have enough meals. I don't have enough food. So it's like, if I can condense it and eat those meals more often, it's going to feel better. Like, I'd rather just be hungry this one time early in the morning. But then once I start eating, I can eat, versus like eating and then having to stretch and be hungry for a long time because I don't want to eat my next meal too soon. Like, it's a lot, you know. But all that to say, my first meal, I'm going to try to keep it around like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's almost 11 right now. So close enough. Again, I'm not one of those people that's like, did I break my fast yet? Like, I still put protein in my coffee this morning. It doesn't matter. But I'm not going to have a meal. Going to go home, eat, rest, recover, play with Reagan, chat with Ruben, whatever. And then later this afternoon, I'll lift and do the treadmill. But yeah, I feel good. Happy Monday, everybody. I know that, I don't know what day it is that you're watching this. It's not going to be a Monday, probably. But whenever you're watching this, I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. The sun is shining. It's cold outside, which I don't like, but it's always a great day when the sun is shining. All right, we're here at the worst time of day at the gym. It's 5:30 p.m., but it's actually not super duper busy. Like I said earlier, getting back and shoulders, we're going to find out. T-bar rows empty. Let's go. Since Since Ruben's forcing me to stop, Reagan. You have some on your plate. Since Ruben's forcing me to eat more than my original plan. Reagan, it's enough. Stop. You guys, she already ate my chicken that I rolled out. You have it on your own plate. She has chocolate on her own plate. And somehow she needs me to share mine that again is weighed and measured. She also needed me to share my chicken that was weighed and measured. Reagan, go over to your chair. Anyway, since Ruben's forcing me to not do my protein fast, I have carbs. Okay, since I was cut off by Reagan doing the most, as usual, I want to finish what I was talking about last night. So I was saying, since Ruben is forcing me not to do my protein fast, I have macros, and yesterday was a high day. And it's so funny because he saw what I was making for dinner, which was kale and chicken, which is obviously like no carbs. And he's like, "Are you hitting your macros?" Because I think he was like, "I don't trust you." But I was like, "Yeah, I'm just eating dessert." So I just ate kale and chicken and onions and garlic for dinner. But then for dessert, I had that plain Greek yogurt with strawberries and chocolate on it. And it was divine. It was so good. Like, that is going to be my perfect little protein dessert nightcap because it was delicious. So I actually don't really like yogurt that much. Like, I like yogurt. It's fine. But I'm not like someone who's like, oh my gosh, like I want some yogurt right now. I've never craved yogurt in my entire life. Like, I eat yogurt out of necessity. And like, if I want something sweet, like I'll like take a peach 000 or something like, and it's good and I like it, but I've never been like, man, you know what? I'm in the mood for a peach 000. So anyway, I follow this girl on Instagram. I think her name is like Finally Allison. I think whatever it is, it's on this screen somewhere, but she's just like a regular girl who's lost a bunch of weight. And her like thing is that she posts these parfait recipes, like yogurt recipes. And she always puts sugar-free syrup in her plain Greek yogurt. And I'm like, why have I never done that? Why have I been buying flavored yogurt? Which I guess it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so that's what I did. I used my plain Greek yogurt, and then I put in my sugar-free syrup that I put in my coffee, and then I put strawberries and chocolate, and it was so good. Like, I'm like, oh, now that is something that I want to eat. So that's how I'm going to get a lot of my carbs in probably, is with fruit and a little bit of chocolate. Like, obviously I'm gonna eat rice and rice cakes and stuff like that too, but like if I can keep something like that in, like for most of my prep, we are gonna be smooth sailing, my friends. All right, just trained all morning. I'm eating chicken and snap peas and obviously a diet DP. It is a high day, so I do get more carbs, but I like to save them. Like I said before, like I made that yogurt with strawberries and chocolate, so delicious. I do have legs today, so I'm gonna have more carbs in the meal that I do before I lift. And then again, I'm gonna have my little nightcap, which is, I'm wonder how long I'm gonna be fixated on this, but it's gonna be a while. Okay, so I'm making my little pre-workout meal snack situation. It's just peanut butter on, I think these are apple cinnamon rice cakes. So I usually like to get the apple cinnamon or the caramel ones. I mean, I'll deal with salted, obviously, but the flavored ones are better. And then I'm also just making an egg, on Reagan. I said A, like I landed that. It's actually not. There we go. Making an egg for Reagan because we are going to go to boot camp, hit legs, and then go straight to gymnastics. Okay, I forgot to check I forgot it's spring break. I did not check the kids club sign up. Child watch is actually what we call it. At Burn Boot Camp, and it's spring break. Anyway, it's completely full with a wait list, and I'm just showing up anyway, and I'm just gonna pretend I didn't know. Anyway, we're 10 minutes late, so like I said yesterday, which is on the same video, that I never do the full workout. This is why, because I'm always late. Okay, so leg day was lit. Then I made myself a protein shake. This is just vanilla protein, frozen blueberries, and I have like unsweetened vanilla almond milk and water and a little sugar-free syrup. I should have waited to taste it before I put in the sugar-free syrup because this is very sweet and I'm not complaining about it. I have a major sweet tooth. I love it really sweet, but I wonder, like, would it have been sweet enough without the sugar-free syrup? Like, probably next time I'll try it without that because I have enough sugar-free syrup in my life. I probably could stand to eat something without it. Hit the assault bike, 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 10 times. Okay, I just finished skills. I only did skills for like 25 minutes. I'm just tired today. Like physically I'm tired, and I don't have the mental capacity today to push through skills. I don't have the mental or physical capacity today. So maybe I'm just hungry, or I don't know what it is, but because I had a couple rice cakes with peanut butter before I lifted. Then right after I had that protein shake. But that's all I've eaten today so far. I'm gonna have a meal when I go home. But you know, that's not a lot of food for leg day and skills. And I also still have to get through cardio. And plus, like, I don't know what kind of music you guys listen to when you work out. Now, obviously when I'm at Burn Boot Camp, I just listen to whatever's playing at Burn Boot Camp. I usually tend to play like a lot of hip hop hits or pop hits. But when I'm at the gym by myself, I listen to whatever. Like sometimes it's Lil Wayne radio, sometimes it's Kirk Franklin radio, sometimes it's Whitney Houston radio, and sometimes it's like Kaale, which is this Hawaiian artist that I really like. Sometimes it's Kaale radio. Recently I've been on Whitney Houston, and I should have just changed the playlist, but I just I don't know, I'm just feeling sad today. Like, I just sad, you know, obviously like we're still grieving my dad's death, so, but it wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't like specifically thinking about my dad until right now when I just started talking. I just like feel sad today. And I'm like, I really shouldn't be listening to Whitney Houston, like, didn't we almost have it all? Like, shouldn't be listening to that when I'm trying to like amp myself up for skills. But instead of changing the playlist, I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go get on cardio and watch YouTube. So here we are. I think this video is like at 30 minutes by now. I also feel like I didn't really talk about anything or do anything exciting on this video. So I'm like, do I save it for check-ins or do I just post it? So I don't know. We're all gonna find out right now when the video either ends or you look at the time and there's still 15 minutes left to watch. I've had enough. I did 30 minutes of cardio, including the 5-minute assault bike. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. I have to train tonight. I'll either come back later or I'll do the Peloton for 30 minutes tonight. Like, I have got to get out of here. Okay. Came home, ate, fed Reagan 2 ice cream sandwiches. She ate some chicken and apples first, but then she asked for her ice cream sandwich. I gave her one, and then she asked for another one. So I gave her one. And I don't know what it is. I just don't have the bandwidth today. So she is watching her iPad on the stairs. I have to leave for work in like 40 minutes. So I'm going to try to take like a 30-minute siesta. Then I didn't have any coffee today, and maybe that's it. I like to think that coffee and caffeine are placebos. Like in my mind, I don't need them. I just like those beverages. I like the ritual of coffee. I like the taste of my energy drinks. But the way that I feel today, it's giving caffeine dependent. So, 30-minute siesta. Then I'm going to make myself an iced coffee to go. And then I have to train tonight. And I still have to do 30 minutes of cardio tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm unwell. Okay, let's make my afternoon coffee. I am going to start. I might have to... time for this. Start outside garage. Outside. Okay, I got my coffee ice cubes. I just brew these, I don't know, every time I need some, and I run out. So I put those in here. Okay, that looks good. There's already sugar-free salted caramel. Espresso pod going in. Oops. This is not aesthetic. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to put that in there. That's enough protein. And espresso. That's all she wrote. Hopefully this brings me back to life because I am so unwell. I am so tired. And you guys, you know what? I'm going to be completely honest. Reagan is wearing me down. Reagan is wearing me down. I saw a post in a mom group yesterday from somebody else that was like, you know, I'm posting anonymous because I feel bad. I don't want people to judge me. And she was like, I do not like the toddler age. I do not like the toddler phase. I'm tired of the constant tantrums, the screaming, the yelling, the hitting, the messes, and when I tell you guys, that's where I am. I love Reagan more than anything in the world, but I am so done. I am so done with this phase. Like, constantly screaming, constantly getting into stuff, and like we've tried every method, all the gentle parenting, all the conscious parenting, all the this is how you regulate emotions, this is how you, it's just this age, and I am hanging by a thread. I am hanging by a thread, truly and honestly. So hopefully this coffee, this is what it looks like right now, brings me back down to earth. I just dropped off Reagan at preschool. I weighed myself this morning, 148.8, which is 2 days in a row, which I was like, okay, cool. Like, I've been in the 150s for a while. So I was glad that it was 148.8. However, I was like, okay, I have check-ins tomorrow. Let me just look and see what last week's check-ins were. 149. I'm like, damn, really? So when for a second, I was feeling all right. Oh my gosh, there is an accident over here. Now, how am I going to get to work? I'm already running late. For a second, I was feeling okay about my progress. Now I'm irritated. So I got to tighten it up a little bit, I guess. Like, I mean, I've been following my macros. Okay, actually, let me rephrase that. I think I've been following my macros. But I also haven't been weighing I haven't been weighing my veg, which I never weigh my veg, so I'm not even that's not a big deal to me. But like, I've been kind of eyeballing my salad dressing, like things like that, where I'm like, okay, maybe you are going over, like, we don't know, hold on. Okay, sorry, there was a car accident, and how do I get around, like, where do I go? How do I get out of here? I am so confused. This is pretty bad. I was over there trying to come straight through this intersection, but they're all in the middle of it. So I turned right, made a U-turn, and now I'm here trying to turn right. But I'm like, am I about to drive through all this and slash all my tires? Like, I'm not really interested in this, but I mean, all my tires are busted. Okay. I'm also now late for work because I was exactly right on time. Until I had to make a detour. So anyway, I think I've been on track, but it's definitely been intuitive. It's been, I weigh my protein, and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really weigh anything else. I just am like, okay, I can have this many of these. Like, I've been tracking and weighing and stuff for so long that I kind of have a general idea, and the reality is that I can't be doing this with a general idea. So it's not that I've been doing what I did before, which is like making swaps and just like kind of like intentionally doing things off my plan. I have been actually like in my mind thinking like, okay, this is a high day. This is how many carbs I get. Like, so this is what I'm going to eat. But I also haven't been weighing and measuring those things, which I know better than that. I know better than that because I got a bunch of clients who are like, I don't eat enough. That's why I'm gaining weight. I'm like, that's wrong. That's completely incorrect. You just don't know. You have no frame of reference of what any amount of calorie looks like. If I asked you to tell me how many calories you ate in a day, you would not be able to ballpark within 1,000 calories because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I don't say it like that, but sometimes I say it like that. It depends on the person. It depends on my rapport with them. But that's the reality, is that I'm just making things up. I'm like, yeah, I'm on track. Are you, Andrea? Are you weighing your food? Are you measuring your food? Like, you know better than to try to eyeball things. So all that to say is that starting now, I gotta weigh and measure everything because I can't be losing less than a pound a week. Like, I need to be losing 2 pounds a week. Literally. Maybe 1.5 pounds a week. So, because I'm still, like I said, I'm still good 4 or 5 pounds behind. I'm 4 or 5 pounds behind what I was for Legion, and I need to come in better than I did for Legion. So I'm really like 7 pounds behind, which SOS. Okay guys, I'm really out here living on the edge. I stayed at boot camp way too long talking to Patty, ops manager. Love Patty. Another shout out in the video. Me and Patty just have way too much fun and have so many things to talk about. So I stayed like 40 minutes past. But because of that, now it is after 12. I need to go to Powerhouse. I need to lift and do an hour of cardio. And then by the time that's over, it's going to be time to go get Reagan and come back to train in the afternoon. So usually I get out of the gym a lot faster. I work out, I do cardio, and then I go home, I kick it. I don't have time for that today, so love that for me. I'm just at the gas station, I'm getting gas, and I am grabbing a protein shake. And yeah, it's gonna be a long one, but we're gonna survive it. Okay, I take it back. I looked at my calendar, because remember, now I have a calendar that tells me which workouts I do on which days. I forgot that I switched. Today I'm only doing cardio, and tomorrow I'm lifting. Probably because I don't work tomorrow. So I'm only doing cardio, which means I do have time to go home after I do cardio. So I'm gonna go to Powerhouse, hit that hour of cardio, then I do get to go home and sit down for a hot second, and hopefully tomorrow I wake up, I don't know, way less than I do now. Okay, so I was gonna do an hour, I only did 45 minutes. For my last 15 minutes, I'm gonna do burn on demand, or some sort of burn boot camp workout at burn boot camp. So what I did last time, nobody asked, but you guys literally don't ask me a single thing that I talk about on here, so you're gonna get this information. Remember when I was like, I'm gonna do the Peloton tonight? I absolutely did not do the Peloton, and I knew I wasn't gonna do the Peloton, so what I did instead was I was training that afternoon, and in between camps, I did like quick 10-minute workouts, like HIIT workouts. So then I was like, okay, good, I'm good on this. Now I don't need to go do the Peloton. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I only have 15 minutes left. So I'm just gonna, tonight, either in between camps or after camps, I might come back here, just depending on whatever my schedule is. I'm just gonna do a quick 15-20 minute HIIT workout, get my heart rate up. And then I am gonna come to the sauna tonight because I got check-ins. In the morning I like to sit in the sauna before check-ins because I feel like it makes my check-ins better. Spoiler alert, first off, what's going on with this hair? I did not do any cardio in between camps at boot camp, so here we are at Powerhouse. I dropped Reagan off at home. She's at home eating. Ruben's home. So I'm about to, 20 minutes at boot camp. The sun is all full. We do have a sauna bag, that thing I told you guys about. The sauna bag that I got Ruben for his birthday. But we also have like a sauna, like a portable sauna. It's like a pop-up thing. It looks like a, not really like a tent. I don't know. I'll show it to you guys. But we do have a sauna that I could sit in. But honestly, it's almost 8 o'clock. That means it'll be like after 9 if I did that. By the time I was like really truly winding down and done with everything, and I don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna do this 20 and then go home, eat, shower, relax.
Halfway, 30 seconds. That's why it's called a finisher. A little bit harder. A little bit harder. You want hard. 7, go. Don't break them up. 1, 2, lead the floor. Laying soft. Hands down. 15 seconds. We're in a hold, guys. Come on. Finish all 7. Yes. Awesome job. We're there. We're there. 14, 13, 12. Don't break, guys. Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. 7, 6, 5. Stay still. 3, 2, and 1. We are done. Woo! That is the way to finish.